Condolences continue to follow and flow in following the passing of Tshidi Madia, Associate Political Editor at Eyewitness News. Madia passed away on Wednesday in hospital after a brief illness. She was a respected journalist who also contributed to 702, to Cape Talk, to 947, KFM, and various other platforms. So for more on this, we're going to be speaking to SABC News reporter Puseletso Mokoena, who is in Sandton. Puseletso, I dare say good morning, of course, on this rather somber occasion. Colleagues on social media, family, friends alike have really paid their last respects. They've really echoed some fun sentiments about and talked to us about where you currently are. What are some of those sentiments that continue to pour in as colleagues and the journalism community respond to Tsidi's passing?
Well, indeed, Lizelle, you never know what to say in occasions like this. But right now we're coming to you live from Sandton in the EWN offices. That is the Eyewitness News. What brings us here, Lizelle, as you said, I can tell you that the environment in this floor is very somber because we understand that they have lost one of their renowned colleagues. We understand that Tshidi Madia, who is the well-known political journalist, and in this floor she is known as the political editor. We understand that Tshidi passed away yesterday after being hospitalized for 2 weeks after a very short illness. But what I can tell you is that we saw a lot of messages of condolences from different entities. Lizelle, we saw the President Cyril Ramaphosa himself sending messages of condolences to the friends and the family of Tshidi Madia. We also saw the City of Johannesburg Executive Mayor Dada Morero also sending messages of condolences. But with me right now, I have a person who has worked with Tshidi for 3 full years. She is the chief editor, the editor-in-chief here at EWN is Nisa Ali. And Nisa, thank you so much for your time. First of all, I can just say condolences to you and the team at large. We understand that we are now sitting behind a desk of Tshidi Madia. Just, Lizelle, I can ask my colleague Gabi to just zoom in. You could see a frame of Tshidi there. It's written, "Hello, everybody." We understand when we're getting in this floor that these are the ways that she would shout every time when she comes to sit in this very corner that we are now sitting in. Once again, condolences to you and the team at large. I understand that this is a great loss to the team.
It is a massive loss, Puseletso. We spoke about this area. This was one of Tsidi's homes, and around her, this space, we would hear the laughter, we would hear the robust debates. When I saw her, even if her back was facing to me, she affirmed and created structure and calm in this newsroom for me, for all of the reporters, particularly her politics team. And sitting here today, there are many plans, G20 plans, there are notes, and she and I had so many plans still for events going into the future, and we are distraught. Waking up this morning, that feeling is still surreal. But I know I speak on behalf of Prime Media Broadcasting and EWN in that we are so humbled and appreciative of all of the messages that we've received. Her greatest joy, perhaps, was the messages of love and thanks that she received from the audience. And there's been a massive, actually, outflow of messages expressing shock, expressing gratitude. At one point after the US trip, somebody had mentioned she was South Africa's first girl. And Yeah, she's irreplaceable.
She is. She is irreplaceable. Let's speak about some of the impact, the impact of having Tshidi in your team, particularly in politics.
She was a phenomenal politics reporter. It ran through her veins. She was very mindful of the responsibility that came with that, and it's easy to get sucked into all sorts of elements, get sucked into ego. But Tshidi was never cocky. Every interview she did, she was critical of. She would do the research, do the work. She would spend hours on a story and deliver across all of our platforms. She hardly slept. At 2 o'clock in the morning, she would be transcribing her politicking interview, cutting audio for radio. She would be writing an online piece. And I mentioned in an interview earlier, she poured her heart and soul into her craft.
She did.
Her journalism. And it came at a cost at times, but she persevered.
And you know, Nisa, when I was coming here, we were listening to radio and I heard some of the engagements from the listeners. Some of them spoke about her laughter. Is this one of the things rather that you are going to miss about Tshidi, her laughter?
There are so many things I'm going to miss about her. The journalism speaks for itself. The professionalism speaks for itself. But my greatest privilege is to speak about the person that I got to know. That public persona was one part of her. But every single night, we would have a little caucus downstairs before we said goodnight. Her absolute dedication to younger reporters, she didn't want to see them fail. As an editor, she fought hard for her team. And one of her reporters said to me last night, she's like, who's going to complain about my cell phone not working? But the person, she and I was on the phone every single day. If you were not well, she would check in. I've said this, Matsadiso means to comfort. And she's told the story around to her friends around how she was named that. And she lived up to that name. She was present, she was loyal, and she had an amazing sense of humor. If she was frustrated, you would know that.
Yeah.
And in speaking to the EWN team today, I said that Tshidi was two things. She would never drop the ball, but she also wore her heart on her sleeve. And so for us today, whichever of the two versions or both that we choose to embrace, we're honoring her legacy in all of the facets that her personality was.
And I just want us to speak about you spoke about the team that she worked very hard for to build, the strong team that we see today. I don't know, I don't even want to say how are they taking all of this, but it must be very hard for them as well.
Working in a newsroom is tough. We work long hours, and EWN's a really special place in that we have formed real relationships. Alpha Ramashwana and Tabiso Goba are Tsidi's boys. She would criticize them, she would tease them. There's a video that Alpha posted yesterday of the flowers he bought when she came back from the US. They've lost a mentor, but even with her family, one of the first questions I got was, how are Alpha and Tabiso? So, flanked by her Veterans League, that she termed them, our parliamentary team in Cape Town. We are grateful that our craft, our work, our journalism, our determination to succeed never overshadowed our humanity.
Yeah.
And that lives in our ethos still today.
Yeah.
It's a dark day. It is an awful chapter.
Yeah.
But we will use that same support to help each other through this process.
Well, Nisa, thank you so much for speaking to us, and once again, condolences to you and the whole team. Thank you so much for giving us your time. Well, Lisa, there you have it. That was Nisa Eli, who is the editor-in-chief here in EWN, essentially speaking about the sending messages of gratitude to the craft that Tshidi brought in this office, but also speaking about the phenomenal journalist, the hard worker that Tshidi was. It's very sad. Once again, I can say that the environment in this floor, it's very somber, but we say rest in peace to the renowned journalist, Tshidi Madia.
Yes, Puseletso, she was loved by the country and respected by so many. She was a dear friend to all of us. And thank you for that tribute. Our reporter, Puseletso Mokoena, just, speaking to our EWN editor-in-chief there about the passing of Tshidi Madia, loved by many, of course.